In this lecture, we are going to learn various different ways of taking the string as an input from the keyboard and displaying the string as an output in the computer's monitor or the screen. So first of all, let's talk about the string input functions, right? So I've already discussed this function called as scanf to take the string as an input. We know that a string has a format specifier %s. Now to take this string as an input using the scanf function, you'll write scanf %s, which is the format specifier for the string, and you give the name of the string. So here the name of the string is s, which is the character array, right? And you just write comma s, which is the name of the string. Here s can hold maximum of 10 characters, so the array index starts from 0 and goes up to 9. Okay, so let us assume that user is typing the input from the keyboard and the input is hello space hi, and then user presses the enter key from the keyboard. So whenever the following input is provided from the keyboard, what happens whenever you take the input using scanf is, so it will only read up to the space. Okay, so the first space occurs here, so it will read only up to the space, so it will not going to store hi in the array, right? So h comes here, e comes here, l O, right? And then there's a space. Now this space would be replaced by the null character. So this space will be replaced by the null character. So here null character \0 comes up. So this is my string. So it is going to store hello, right, in this particular array. Okay, so scanf has a drawback. It will only read until it finds the first space character. So here is the first space character, it stops here, and this space character is replaced by the null character. So it is useful for reading a single word from the keyboard. Okay, it is not going to read multiple words or an entire paragraph that is provided by the user. So only the first word is stored in the array. Okay, this is how this scanf works. Now this drawback is overcome by this function called as gets. Now gets is a function defined in stdio.h header file, right? Now this is how you write gets. You just write gets and you give the name of the string, right? So name of the string here is s, which is capable of holding 10 characters. So the size of this string is 10. So now let's assume that the same input is provided for the gets function. So what it is going to do is, it is going to read all the characters until it finds the new line character or the enter key that is pressed from the keyboard, right? So here you encounter the enter key, so it will read all these characters and store this in the array. So here h comes, e, this is l, this is l, this is o. So at index 5 you will get this space. So this is a space character, there is nothing here, right? Then h comes here, okay, then I comes here. Now this is the enter character. Let's say this is a enter character or a new line character. Now this new line character at index 8 will be replaced by the null character. So \0 will be stored here. So this represents the end of the string. So the output here is HELLO space and HI. So the entire string is stored in this particular array, right? So gets is very useful in this case because it will be able to read multiple words or the entire character until it finds the enter character or a new line character. So whenever it finds a new line character, that will be replaced by the null character. So this is how the array looks like: hello space hi and the new line character. Whenever you provide this input, that is hello space hi, and then you enter that input from the keyboard. Okay, this is how it looks like. Now let's look at one more example of gets function. Okay, now let's say I'm going to provide the input as hello space hello, right? So what happens in gets is, it will just going to enter all the characters in the array, okay, until it finds the enter character or the new line character. So this will be h, okay, e, l, o, and then you provide space, okay, and then again you have h, e, l. Now you see here the array is full, right? There is no space for storing o and a new line character, right? But there is no check that is provided by the gets function. It is not going to perform the overflow check, right? So it will still try to store the character O after L and the new line character after O, right? Now this can be a violation of the memory, right? Now this memory is not allocated for your program, but still it is going to try to store it here, right? So this is called as overflow. It is overflowing the entire array, right? So this may sometimes crash your system because this memory may not be allocated to your particular program. Therefore, in that way, This is causing the overflow, because of which the system may crash, because at this location in the memory something else or some other program may be stored, right? So this has the chances of crashing your system. Therefore gets is dangerous to be used, and it is the depreciated function. Depreciated means this function is obsolete. That means this function is no longer to be used. Instead of gets, now we are supposed to use a new function called as fgets, which is the improvised version of gets. Okay, now let's see how fgets works. Now in fgets you have three parameters. The first parameter is the array or the character array, wherein you are going to store your string. The next character is the size, the maximum characters that the string can hold, and the next parameter is the place from wherein you are going to take the input, right? Stdin means it is the standard input device. So by default in any C program, the standard input device is your keyboard and the standard output device is your monitor, right? So from the standard input device keyboard, you have to store the input that is provided from the keyboard in the array S, and the maximum you can hold 10 characters in S. So this second parameter 10 will make sure that you can read only 10 minus 1, that is 9 characters from the keyboard, because it has to reserve the one place or the last place for the null character. So in this case it will take only the 9 characters. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it will only take up to these many characters. So this will be H, okay, this will be E, this will be L, this will be L, this will be O, hello, and this is space, okay, and this is H, this is E, and this is L. It will only take 9 characters, okay, because this is 10 here, and at the last place it is going to place the null character, so it will be the null character. So the output of this particular string S, if you print it, it would be HELLO space HEL. Okay, this is going to be stored in this particular array. Now if I provide the input hello space hi in the same array, let's see what happens. I'm also going to provide the enter character from the keyboard, because I'm taking from the standard input, which is my keyboard, right? So maximum is 9 characters it will take from the keyboard, right? So it will take H, it will take E, L, L, O, space it will take, and H, okay, I, and then there's a enter character. Okay, that is the new line character. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So total of 9 characters it took, because the size maximum is 10. So after this the new line character is appended at the very last. So this is the new line character. So this is nothing but hello, hello space hi, okay, and then the new line character is printed. So the new line character is printed, so the control will go to the new line. Okay, so this is how fgets function really works. It overcomes the buffer overflow problem of gets function. Okay, because in fgets you can provide the maximum size of your array, character array, as a second parameter in this particular function. So that will make sure that the buffer overflow problem is fixed. Okay, so this is how fgets function really works. So always you try to use fgets function whenever you have to take the paragraph as an input from the keyboard. Okay, and finally now let's see what are the output functions, string output functions that's available. There's a printf function, very simple. So in this example, A is the character array which is having the string hello space hi stored in the array A. Okay, so whenever I write printf, I have to give the format specifier. So %s is the format specifier for a string, and you give comma and then you provide the name of the string. Okay, so name of the string is A. So in this case it will print hello space hi in the output. Okay, now there is one more function called as puts function. Put s. Okay, put s is to print this string, you will just write put s. So this is the kind of the opposite of get s function, right? Put s, and you give the name of the string as the argument to this function. So the string is hello hi, so it is going to print hello, okay, hi space hi, obviously hello space hi, because there is a space here after hello and hi. Okay, and then it is going to print a new line character for you automatically. So puts is going to print a new line character for you automatically. Printf is not going to print the new line character for you automatically, but if you would like to print the new line character yourself, you can do printf. Okay, printf %s, and then you can give a new line character here and then write a. Okay, so this is now equivalent to this puts a. So puts a will by default it will print a new line character after printing the entire string. So these are the string output functions. Printf, using the %s format specifier and the putS function. Okay, so that's all in this lecture. In this lecture, we have learned various string input functions, like we have learned scanf function, we have learned getS function, and we have learned the fgets function, and we have learned two functions to output the string, printf function and putS function. So that's all in this lecture. Stay tuned.